Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, August the 25th. I'm going to be using the Prism Oracle deck. Okay, let's see what comes out today because yesterday was pretty interesting. Okay, I just split the deck and I just seen abundance and success. The color green and orange could be significant for somebody. It's also giving like fire and earth placements as well for anybody who resonates with that too. But let's see. Okay, let's see. There is something about pain that's been showing up heavily this week. Not sure who this resonates with, but maybe you guys have dealt with certain traumas or traumatic events or just certain things that just felt like a stab in the back or heartbreak. And I know it sounds really redundant to say that over and over again in readings, but that's the whole point of growth. Okay, it's like grieving. You never get over somebody who's passed away. Okay, you may accept it, but when that time comes, like anniversaries or birthdays or anything like that, you still don't forget that person and what that person meant to you, especially if that's a good person that, you know, was there for you, right? So there's just something about that where it's like a lot of times people think that, you know, when it comes to heartbreak and betrayal and things like that, it's like, oh, just get over it. And it's like, no, you know, you cannot tell somebody how they should heal or when they should heal. Okay, healing is a process. It takes time. It takes patience. 1, 2, 3 on the timer. So there's something about you guys going through your healing journey. Again, if it's a relationship or a friendship or a business or family, whatever it is, okay, guys, like there's just something about the energy, like I said, where you're learning to cope with certain situations that, you know, 1, 4, 3 on the timer, it's almost like your heart was in it. And it's like other people's hearts were not in it. It was more based on, you know, what they could get from you or what they could take from you when you were genuinely being authentic, you know, with your love and your, you know, compassion. So let's see what shows up, okay, for today. So Spirit, what messages do you have for August 25th for the collective? What can you tell the collective today for August 25th when it comes to the energy at this time? What can you tell the collective at this time when it comes to this energy? What do they need to know, please and thank you? Yeah, so we have the Death card, okay? So there's something about a transformation that is significant. Either you're going through a transformation or a rebirth, okay? There's something about an awakening as well. Some of you guys could be dealing with this too. But there is something about shedding old skin, okay? I like talking about transmuting energy too. So there's something about the snake. Snakes could be a symbolism for somebody. Maybe you have a pet snake or you like snakes or reptilians and things like that. But there's something about shedding an older version of yourself, an older version that no longer serves you and other people around you, because now this is a newer energy that you are stepping into. So there's something about the Death card. Now, when it comes to death, that could be significant because I literally just talked about grieving, okay? Excuse me, I literally just talked about grieving or going through grievances of someone's energy. Or this could also be symbolic where you guys could have dealt with certain people, places, and things, 3, 2, 4 on the timer, where literally there's something to do with someone feels like they're grieving the collective, okay? So obviously, like I said, I'm not trying to put that out there because I'm not trying to manifest that. What the hell? Like, what? But in a symbolic way, there's something about your energy, like it's like a ghost. So say you're not in an environment or you're no longer around certain people's energies, it's like people can see that you're changing and moving forward and moving on. So maybe there is something about someone's boundaries being very strong right now where someone feels like they cannot get a hold of you, they cannot reach you. And the reason why they cannot reach you is because you released that energy, especially with the full moon that's coming up with the eclipse. There's something very like sentimental about that when it comes to death. So it's not like you guys are using the full moon because, like I said in my post, we're not using it to manifest. This is not the time to manifest. We're using it to let go, release, okay, wash away what no longer needs to be, you know, in our energy, whatever that may be. So definitely take what resonates with that, okay? There's something about either you're grieving somebody or someone's grieving your energy because, like I said, it feels like you're gone. It feels like you're no longer coming back. And it's true, you're no longer coming back. You know, you're still here, but you're no longer coming back. I just saw 445 on the timer. So there's something about 4s and 5s, okay, when it comes to your energy. Yeah, anger. I've been talking about this since yesterday. You have someone in your energy now who's angry. Now, like I said, if this is a death, like someone that you loved and they passed away, anger is a part of grieving. I'm not judging. This Danby, child, sorry you guys. And I'm ready to like turn up my window, you know. I just want some breeze in here. But he or she keeps coming back. I don't know what's going on, okay? Symbolism and signs are very significant, okay? It's like someone in your energy, like I said, with the signs and synchronicity, somebody in your energy could be angry. Now, you could be the angry person when it comes to you grieving somebody, because maybe you did care about somebody or love someone dearly, and that anger and frustration of them no longer being here is also a part of grieving, okay? You cannot tell somebody how to grieve, okay? But if that's not the case, there's someone angry because it's almost like a death where 555 on the timer. You release this person, you release the past, you release this energy, this environment, this place, this thing, this entity, whatever, you release them. And someone is in their feelings, or they're just angry or mad because you don't want nothing to do with them. I really wish people could just accept that, okay? You did the collective dirty, you did them wrong, whatever you did to them to make them feel the way that they feel. And now that they took their power back, meaning you guys, now that you guys took your power back, people want to be mad and frustrated and angry because you don't want nothing to do with them. And it's like, of course you don't. You don't tolerate disrespect. You don't tolerate, you know, childish behavior from people who should know better, okay? Especially if you're growing and learning as on your own. Why would you want to accept lesser than or low vibration? You know, like, it doesn't make sense. So someone could be angry with you because you've released somebody, okay? You release them, let them go. You guys are going through a transformation. That could be true too. You know, you guys are going through a transformation. Someone sees your light, sees your abundance, and it's like they're angry that they can't be a part of that, or they're angry because they can't take it from you, you know, especially if it's something where you were dealing with people where they were the ones in control. Now you're the one in control. They can't take it from you because you're the one that's working towards it, and you're working really hard for it, okay? So let's see what else shows up. And that showed up yesterday too. So this is definitely confirmation, or like clarity basically from yesterday's message. So Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective based on this anger? What about this anger is significant when it comes to the collective? What about this anger do they need to know about when it comes to the collective? Yeah, someone's angry because you're going with the flow. You're going with the flow, okay? You're like, I surrender. I can't control everything, so I'm just going to go with the flow, okay? Water, too, is significant. Going with the flow, water, bathing in water, drinking a lot of water, detoxing, being near water, rain, things like that. Whatever it is that you guys need to do with you flowing. Some of you are flowing like water. That's significant. Someone is angry because you're going with the flow, right? You're going with the flow, but you're not doing what society wants you to do. So somebody may assume like, oh, you need to work a 9 to 5, and maybe that's just not your path. Okay, everybody has a different path, right? Say you do work a 9 to 5 and that is your path, but you're doing your passion as well. So even if you do work a 9 to 5, there's also this energy of maybe you like to be a doctor or a lawyer or do something that helps people, social work, whatever it is that you guys are doing, and someone is in their feelings because you're not doing exactly what they did, or you're not following the same path they wanted you to follow. Like, say they did want you to be a lawyer or a doctor, and then you're like, you know what, I want to be a musician. And they're like, you can't make money from music. And it's like, yeah, you can. It just depends on who you know, what you know, how you show up, how you put yourself out there, and who resonates with you. That's it. Sometimes people think it's luck, but sometimes it's a lot of you putting a lot of that energy into yourself and that focus. And sometimes when you do that, miraculously, you know, without trying, sometimes things just work out, okay? Not for everybody, but for some people, okay? So you're realistic as well. It's not like you're like, yeah, I'm going to be a musician. I'm just going to quit everything that I'm doing and just leave the city and then have no backup plan. No, you know, it's one thing to be optimistic and hope for the best, but then also planning and making sure that things will flow as well is significant, right? When we talk about going with the flow, it means that we are not trying to control the situation. So if relationships are supposed to die out, they're supposed to die out. You're not controlling it. You know, there's someone in your energy, I feel like for some of you guys, where someone's trying to control your energy, meaning they want you to be around them all the time. And you're like, no, you know, I don't want to be around you guys. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be near you. It's not that I don't like talking to people. I like talking to people, but I just don't like talking to you. Okay, so 1007 is significant, and also angel number 1010. Okay, there's something about that energy with, you know, certain angel numbers that you guys are seeing, and people just don't like it. Okay, people are mad because you guys are going with the flow. Okay, I'm gonna see what else shows up here, which is crazy. I don't know why people are like this. People are miserable, you guys. Like, people just really need to get a grip, okay? And because you guys are going with the flow, your confidence is also flowing. So you're a confident person. You're very confident within yourself. You're very confident within, you know, the dynamics or situations that you deal with. So that is why people are also angry, because whether you have a lot or you don't have a lot, you're still confident. You're still happy. You're still content. And you have people out here who have more than us, or you, whoever's watching as the viewer, and people are still mad because whatever you have, it's like you take the little things that you do have and you make it work. And that's being someone who's an alchemist. It's like, even if you have like the smallest, you know, I don't know, a mustard seed, okay? Having the smallest mustard seed and then that turning into something else, okay? Monarch butterflies are significant because I see one flying around right now, like a little tiny one, right? And I don't see a lot in my area, so that's also confirmation, okay, guys? We have surrender, right? And I said this before, you guys surrendered, you know, to whatever situation this is, right? We have abundance, and this has been showing up heavily in my other message that I did before this one, the Journey Oracle deck that I did. So there's something about your abundance, you know, coming through. Comfort, you bring comfort to a situation, or, you know, you're releasing things that are no longer a part of your comfort zone, okay? You guys are stepping out of your comfort zone, but even though you step out of your comfort zone, it's like you're still bringing comfort to not just yourself, but people, okay? You're showing people that it's okay to, you know, have comfort and warmth, okay, and light in situations, even if you don't know what tomorrow may bring, okay? 1212 on the timer. So again, you guys are leaving your comfort zone. Maybe you guys are building something where it's allowing you to build comfort, not just for yourself, like I said, but for other people, okay? Being able to put yourself in a situation where, you know, even though you're filling up your own cup, you're also able to fill other people's cups with the flow card, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer. So yeah, take with, you know, whatever resonates with that. But your comfort, you bring a lot of comfort to people. Your energy is very comforting. Whether you see it in yourself or not, you have a very comforting energy, right? It's almost like somebody may look at the collective like a sister or a brother, or like an aunt or an uncle, or like a very mother or fatherly figure. Even if you have kids or not, there's just something about your energy where it's like people listen to what you have to say. Creativity wanted to show up. You know, you bring comfort within your creativity to whoever resonates with this. And, you know, a lot of people may gravitate towards you because of this. You know, there's something about light bulbs or lights going off or flickering, or you getting a new idea, a spark. Okay, Ace of Wands energy too, getting a spark of new energy or ideas. Okay, even when it comes to your energy, it's like you bring light to situations when it comes to your creativity. So yeah, there's a lot of things where people could be angry about that too. Okay, people could be angry about that because, you know, you spark a lot of, you know, creativity for people, and, you know, you bring a light to certain situations to people who didn't even know they had that creativity in them. Okay, that's a blessing. That is a gift. That's a blessing. Not everybody can do that for people. Sometimes people just like to talk just to talk. Okay, so, you know, take what resonates with that. And if people are mad about that because you are gifted in that, that's on them, you know. Yeah, intuition. Okay, so your intuition is significant. It's like either following your intuition or seeing somebody when it comes to their creativity, being very intuitive. Like whatever they say, it either happens right away or it takes a while for it to happen. It's brewing, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. So your intuition is on point, whoever this is resonating with. I'm going to get one more card and end this reading. So Spirit, give me one more card when it comes to the collective and their intuition. What do they need to know when it comes to their intuition, please? Ooh, thank you. Yeah, we have happiness. Your intuition is bringing in happiness, okay? Whatever ideations people had about you in the past, whether this is you or other people, it's like you're following the beat of your own drum, okay? So take whatever resonates with this. We have ghost. So like I said, when it comes to death, right, ghost could be significant. You could have ghosted somebody. Your energy is like a ghost, okay? Like, ooh, oogie boogie. Okay, maybe your, 12th house energy. Maybe there's something that's hidden, okay, being connected to the spiritual realm and things like that. But again, there is something about your energy where it's like people cannot find you. That too. People cannot find you. They want to know where you are, what you're doing. That's none of their business, okay? Because if they were different, then they would have known, okay? So it is what it is, right? But strength card at the bottom of the deck again. So yeah, something about your strength and having faith that, things will work out for the better, okay? But there is something about you guys moving forward, and I'm going to end it here. So definitely take what resonates with you guys, okay? If it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Not every message that I do, will, resonate with you guys, and that's fine. But if it does, I just want to say thank you guys, for watching the whole video and, going through, the video with me and, understanding the situation based off the reading. But anyways, I just want to say thank you. I love you guys, and I hope to see you in the next reading. All right, guys, have a wonderful Tuesday. All right, bye, y'all.